What's good, everybody? They just came out with the Team of the Week reveal, and we're going to go over some of the players. I also want to cover some things that are going to be happening at the end of this week that you should be prepared for. So first off, Team of the Week, let's cover it. So it looks like we have our two, I would say, Legend Masters. The first player that we see is Tracy Porter. This card looks pretty good. He's coming in at 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 91 agility, 89 jumping, 88 play rec, 89 man coverage, 86 zone coverage, and 84 press. Now, this card looks pretty good. When you power him up, you'll be able to get him to a 92 speed, brawler, 93, 94, depending on if you have it maxed out. Acceleration looks pretty good. Agility is pretty good. The one thing I don't like about this card is that he's kind of gonna be a smaller corner. So 5'11" is his actual height. I don't know what height they're gonna give him, but personally, I have found that the corners that are above 6'1", they play just a little bit different. I'm not saying it's gonna be horrible. I think that a lot of these 5'10", 5'11" corners, they play well. You know, you look at Denzel Ward, 5'11", Jair Alexander, 5'10". However, on my roster, I like to have a little bit of height. So this card looks decent, doesn't look horrible. And then the offensive legend, Team of the Week legend, Dillon. Now, I don't know if you remember, but if you played Madden 20, this card at the beginning of the season was a problem. He was the one that kind of introduced Bruiser or Bulldozer. This card was phenomenal. Now, I don't know how it's going to translate this year because he comes in at 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 88 agility, 90 carry, 65 catch, change of direction 87, 84 trucking, and 90 break tackle. Now, on a theme team, this card might be good. I don't think it's going to be the best card. I think it's an okay card at best. I suspect that tomorrow... This is just my thoughts, okay? I think that EA for the Offensive Player of the Year is going to be one of two people. This is just what I think. These are my predictions. I think that EA will probably give it to DK Metcalf. In years past, it was pretty unpredictable, but one thing I found this year was they're staying pretty true to who really had the best game and who we want to see. So I would say probably DK Metcalf. I would also say that they could possibly give it to a Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if they have plans for Patrick Mahomes. I know last year Patrick Mahomes' card came out in November, and I know that November's here. The promo's right around the corner, so you never know what they're going to do. But if it was my guess, I would say it's more than likely going to be DK Metcalf or Patrick Mahomes. On the defensive side of the ball, I think they could give it to like Bobby Wagner. I think Bobby Wagner had a very good game. And those are my two predictions for the current players. Some of the things I wanted to go over with you guys is some of the news that EA put out concerning Series 3. Now, here are the details, okay? So Series 3's update is targeted for Friday, okay? Now, they say targeted like they're almost expecting to be late, but we know Series 3 is happening. Now, there's a lot of good things that happen at Series 3. The market normally goes down because a lot of the cards that are limited are now gonna be Redux players, right? So I would highly suggest that if you have the Jamal Adams, if you have the Denzel Wards, some of those cards you're probably going to want to sell because they're going to be in packs, and we always see historically that when the series changes, packs are better, A. B, a lot of Redux come out, and C, the market goes down. So, be wary and be careful. Don't sell your squad. However, not only do we have that, well, let me not get ahead of myself. So just know, Series 3 is coming, okay? Now they put a list of Series 2 player, LTD player items receive a Series Redux, so we just mentioned that. And then also, the Series Redux do not quick sell for 250k coins, but for appropriate training-based values. So that's pretty standard, right? Those are things that we already know. Now, This is going to be the big thing. And this is where I would caution you to, first off, make sure to do your 50 solos, okay? The reason being, we'll go over to look at in a second. Actually, let's just go there now, and then we'll come back to the screen. So if we look at the 50 solos, when you go to the rewards, okay, it looks like, so we're only at 33 of 34. We're a little behind, but we started knocking them out today. So it looks at 34, we're going to get a Nat Fresh player week 4. At tier 6, you get a Nat Fresh player 5. Tier 7, you'll get a Nat player 6. But here's the kicker. At 52 stars, you're going to get a Nat stacked player weeks 1 through 7. So we know that this week is coming. Now, EA already confirmed, based off of what they put here, okay, it said meet the second team of 50 players. So we know that there's a first team and a second team, which makes a lot of sense because these cards were very, very good. However, I would imagine that the first team is going to be just a little bit better, right? You can expect players like Randy Moss. You can expect players like Bo Jackson. You can expect players like Sean Taylor, right? The players that really made a difference in MUT. So it's going to be interesting and kind of wild. So Friday, you can really imagine that the market is probably going to crash on a lot of other cards. So this means one or two things. Be careful not to sell your team because you might have missed the window. But if you're sitting on a player, especially a 50 player, okay? If you're sitting on a 50 player that goes for a decent amount of coins, you might want to consider either selling them and then using your free stack player. The one thing with this that we don't know is we don't know if it's going to be a fantasy pack. Do you get to choose one of 3 players? Is it the entire pack? Last year with the 100 player, the NFL 100, they basically allowed us to choose any player. We don't know, but I would imagine that some of these cards are gonna come down in value. So right now I have Vernon Davis and I have Patrick Willis. I can afford to sell Patrick Willis right now. I think he's going for about 300, 350 last I checked. I think his price is going to come down. If anything, I'll be willing to take that card unless there's a better card. Now, if you want to add a player to your squad, maybe you need a corner. Listen, they had some good corners. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie was pretty good at corner, and you can get his power up for fairly cheap. You look at Antonio Cromartie. There are some players there that are pretty good. So be ready for the 50. Look at your team. Get your solos done so that you are ready for whatever it is that they drop. Okay, so the other thing is they're going to let out weekend league rewards on that day. So you have Series 3. You have the first team 50 players coming out. You got Redux. You got packs with being changed over with higher odds. The market is going to be crazy. Last time I was shocked. I lost 100, 150K off of certain cards I should have sold. So listen, just be careful. Don't go crazy. But remember, be ready. Tomorrow, it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts, especially being that they're going to release the new players. So that's what I wanted to show you. Again, there are some interesting things happening. Tracy Porter's coming out tomorrow, along with Corey Dillon. We know that. And then we can expect some of these other players to come out. I think, personally, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. That's just what I think. So, hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. Until next time, this is E2 Times. Peace. We're out.